Myths give us a sense of cosmology, a sense of the origin of the universe. But cosmology is different from mythic stories in their orientation towards rational theory over the forces of nature outside of science. So we'll turn to a physicist to give us a sense of scientific mythology, which we might also call cosmology in this presentation. Since cosmology is concerned with the origins of everything that is, we should define it along those lines. So it gets classified as a branch of natural philosophy concerned with the origin and structure, the laws of the universe and all its elements, its pieces and parts. We need to turn to a scientist to help us understand this. So we'll turn to the physicist Marcelo Gleiser. Gleiser tells us that myths may be associated with religion, but cosmology, as a scientific approach, must be explained by testable hypotheses. The religious part of us comes from our own attraction to the unknown and unknowable, but science cannot be concerned with that. So cosmology takes on a form of rational mysticism in science. Gleiser tells us that we created gods for a variety of purposes, mainly to give meaning, purpose, and metaphysical explanations in appeasing that which we could not control. Gleiser defines myths as stories that give meaning and order to our existence, reflecting the values of the culture telling the story. However, myths cannot be interpreted scientifically. Gleiser focuses more on creation myths, as other myths are not within the realm of rational mysticism and are therefore outside the realm of science. He gives us two kinds of creation myths: the created beginning myths, where that which exists finitely is created out of the infinite, such as the Old Testament Genesis myth, and the no creation myths, where there is no beginning nor end to the universe. It either always existed or it keeps expanding and contracting, as the lotus flower repeatedly growing from the navel of Vishnu in Hindu mythology. Gleiser also gives us a few subdivisions of creation myths in his cosmological analysis, where in creation, the positive being of God is the creator, or where non-being is the creator, or creation comes from a primordial chaotic soup. The no creation myths are the eternal and the rhythmic, which we already discussed. Whereas the positive being has God as craftsman, which gives us the birth theme and the dying God theme. Crash Course World Mythology deals with this, with each of these creation myths in detail in a series of 5 videos available online. Crash Course World Mythology 2 through 6. The cosmic egg theme is dealt with also in Crash Course World Mythology. Lots of the gods that created themselves come out of the urge to be theme, often out of that cosmic egg. And of course, there's the other answer, which is that we can never know, so why try? Nevertheless, it is awe that unites us all in our search for myths and a cosmological origin. So this brings us back to a definition of cosmology. Cosmology then, as opposed to our definition of myth, which has a lot of functions, motivations, and needs that put us in psychosocial accord with the group, cosmology is the scientific explanation of the origin of the universe, which is not a myth, but a theory that will never be proven. How does your own cosmology relate to science's explanation? Will that change in the future? With our definitions now pretty set and our understanding of myth and cosmology in hand, let's go on to the different and many layered approaches we can take to myth and mythology.